The story of the right whale right now is a pretty grim one. The rate of birth is pretty clearly less year by year than the rate of mortality. So there are more deaths and fewer calves. This year, like every year, looks somewhat different. We saw the first right whales here in December, and we had high concentrations in February, earlier than usual. One flight, we had 99 individuals identified by my team. That's early. They dropped off pretty steeply, and then in the early part of April, our flights showed a new increase of animals. So when will they leave? Usually it's the end of April into as far in as the 15th of May. Of the 330 or so right whales that are remaining, the number is expected to decline. Well, if we look at birth rate, first of all, we don't know why the birth rate is low. And a lot of us are trying to figure that out. We have good guesses, but they're nothing more than guesses. Let's assume that some of our guesses are correct. Not enough food, coastal pollution, behavioral problems, and another one that I worry about is the impact of noise, ship noise, boat noise on the whale's capacity to hear and maybe find food. The question, of course, is what can you do about any of those things, since it's a physiological problem, not having calves? And the answer is, we don't know. In terms of humans having an impact, a positive impact on this bad arithmetic, we can hope to do something about the mortalities since they're human-caused, but we have virtually nothing that we can think of will help the positive side, the birthing rate. So everything, all of our attention is going to try to slow down the mortality. And it happens that this winter, we've had 6 mother-calf pairs. 6 of the 15 have already come into Cape Cod Bay, into this protected area, and 5 of them at least are remaining here, maybe 6. So they have found a place where they can nurse their young, and they're hanging out here. They make a long trip, pretty directed, and they arrive here, and it's almost as though they know this is a safe place for a little while to stop on their migrations. Pretty cool. Cape Cod Bay is a very positive story because luckily we have a huge concentration of the remaining whales on Earth, and they are coming into Cape Cod Bay, which is the most protected marine environment for North Atlantic right whales in the world. They have been on constant motion since they left the calving ground where they hang out also. And they come in here and they are tightly clumped for right whales. And we'll see how long they hang out here. I hope that they stay a long time because this is a good nursery area and a good place for the mothers to feed and gain strength. So it's pretty cool. Yesterday they had 4 mother-calf pairs within a square mile. There's a nursery area in Cape Cod Bay that we don't talk about much, but apparently there's a place that the mothers and calves like to go. This year we had 15 births. There has been a guess that there'll be maybe 20 mortalities, and that's not a good comparison of numbers. But the biggest change that may be caused by a change in food is that we're seeing really shockingly high numbers of right whales. We see, for instance, something which is a clear indicator that something is changing, perhaps the food availability because of climate change. Some of my colleagues are saying they believe at the rate we're going, we have only 20 years before the animals will be functionally extinct. I think it's anybody's guess, and I personally don't think it's that soon. But at the rate we're going, if the whales do not pick up their reproduction and the mortalities continue, we don't have a lot of time. We're looking over the edge right now, and the future is very grim for the species.